Hi, and welcome to Johnny Dibs Tips, where we give you the tips to get through your day. Today we're continuing with our look at Excel functions. We're going to look at the Sumif function. Suppose you had a set of data like this, where you wanted to identify the sales revenue for the month of March for each salesperson. This would be a great case to use the Sumif function. In this particular case, we're going to start by looking at the salesperson Alexis and see if we can write a formula that will allow us to sum up just her sales from this product table. So the first thing we're going to do is type in the equal sign to open up a function. Then we're going to type in the word SUMIF and open a parenthesis. The next thing is that Excel asks us for a range. This is the range of values that we want to check in. We're going to highlight the salesperson's names that we want to check against. Then we're going to enter a comma. And then we want to know the criteria. In this case, we're going to select the cell B28 where Alexis is. We place a comma, and then it asks us to provide the sum range, the values we want to add up on the corresponding rows. So we'll highlight those. We close it out with a parenthesis, and we get the value of $448.78. Now we can check this by going into this table and clicking on and then holding down Control and selecting each individual cell that is associated to the name Alexis. And if we look in the lower right hand corner of Excel, we can see the word sum 448.78, verifying our answer. So this is great. This will allow us to get the name Alexa. But typically in Excel, we like to drag or copy formulas down. And while that would be a great idea here, since you're using the SUMIF function and you don't want the ranges to change, you have to lock the cells in order to do so. It's important for us to remember that if we don't lock the cell and we copy the formula and we just drag it down and hit enter, that's actually going to shift the area that the formula covers. If you'll notice, it now highlighted an area just below the name Bob and just below the name George, and it also highlighted an area down below the actual sum ranges that we have. So it's very important that we lock the rows for these two sets of ranges, the salespersons and the revenue. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. So we're going to press F2 to open back up the formula. And we're going to highlight the range of salespeople's names. And this, we want to lock this in place so that as we copy the formula down, it doesn't move. And the way to lock that into place is to put a $sign in front of the column and a $sign in front of the row for each of the cells that you're looking at here. So we were looking at a range from B7 to B24. So we put a $sign in front of the B, a $sign in front of the 7, a $sign in front of the second B, and a $sign in front of the 24. Now we also want to lock our range of what we want added up. So we're going to scroll over here and we're going to put a $sign in front of the letter G. We're going to put a $sign in front of the 7. We'll put a $sign in front of the letter G again, and a $sign in front of the number 24. And once we do this, this will lock the formula in range. Another way to lock the rows in a little quicker of a fashion is to put your cursor into the cell that you want to lock in place and hit F4. It will add the $signs for you. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to put our cursor on each of the cells that we want to lock in place. We hit F4, and that gives us the double $signs without having to type them in. It's important to note that if you want to turn this off, you can just continue to hit F4 again, and it'll move through the different possibilities of where the $signs can be, all the way down to no $signs. We'll go ahead and hit the $sign again there and keep moving forward. So that as we copy this formula down, it gives us the right answer and maintains the same area that we're summing and functioning against, while it changes the value of the name that we're evaluating. And let's go ahead and check one of these by checking the name George. So George has $59 of sales there, and $71 of sales there, and $124 of sales there, which adds up to $256.88. And that's how you use the Sumif function, and how you also add in locking ranges to your formulas to keep your formulas in place in values that you don't want to slide down. For help on other Excel functions, remember to check out my channel and stay tuned as we add more.